Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a story time about my failed business. So a couple years ago, I decided to start a business, my own, I guess you could call it cosmetic line. But yeah, it's no longer in business, hence why I'm making this video. So I'm going to just give a little background on why I started a business, how I got started, and why I decided to discontinue, and what I'm going to be doing moving forward. So at the end of 2019, after doing a lot of research, I decided to start my own lip gloss business. I always knew that I wanted to have my own makeup line. I've always been really into makeup and cosmetics and just all things beauty. And I knew that in the future, I would want to have my own business, right? Like just selling makeup and cosmetic products and all that. So I decided to kind of, test it out and sort of see how it goes. So I thought, let me start with something small like lip gloss, since I love lip gloss, lipsticks, all that. So I did, my research. I watched videos on YouTube of how people got started, their own lip gloss lines. There were a bunch of different videos that I came across. I mean, there were videos about how to find vendors, how to make your own lip gloss from scratch, which is the route that I decided to take, and just everything, like all the ins and outs. So I took my time, I did my research, I was really excited to get started because for one, I wanted to have a little side hustle, and, it's something that I was passionate about. Makeup is something that I like. So I was just excited to sort of be able to pursue something that I'm passionate about. So yeah, so throughout my research, I was watching videos of girls on YouTube, making their lip glosses from scratch, just giving advice on where to find products and, vendors to use. I mean, there was just probably hundreds of videos, I would say maybe, of just discussing how to get started, how to create your own lip gloss line, making labels. I mean, the list goes on. And I'm actually going to insert some pictures of and videos of me actually making the lip gloss and sort of what my brand was like. But yeah, so there were a few people that really stood out to me. I remember Mocha Princess was one. I also believe, I think her name was Bougie Barbie or something like that. But she was a really big in the lip gloss business. She had a lot of followers and a lot of people bought her lip glosses. So yeah, so I followed her and some few other people. I followed all their tips and their advice, and I implemented it. And sadly enough, it just didn't work out for me. I think what I learned, when it comes to starting a business, really in anything, you really have to be ready to fully invest, not just your time, but your money. And also when it comes to social media, having a presence is really important. And I think that's something that I just kind of overlooked. I don't really have a lot of followers on Instagram or even on YouTube, right? So if you don't have a social media presence, you're literally starting from scratch. And you have to take into consideration that there's a whole bunch of other people just like you with, who have their own lip gloss line or a cosmetic line or whatever. So that's your competition. And if, a buyer comes and they want to buy lip gloss, are they going to buy it from the person who has, 100 followers or the person who has 10,000 followers, right? So I think that having followers, or I guess an audience, it really does help because, people like you, so they're going to trust you and they're going to trust what you're selling them. Whereas someone who doesn't have that is like, people are just kind of taking the risk, right? And then also, my lip glosses were handmade. So I went on, there were these companies that like sell all the products that you need to make the lip glosses from scratch. So you're literally making it by hand. Like you have to mix everything, put all the ingredients together. And it was hard work. Like literally, like I would make maybe 10 glosses and I would be exhausted. Like my arms will start hurting me. Like I would be just so much tired. Like it's a lot of work. It's a lot of cleaning because like it makes a mess. Like you really have to take time out just to make the lip glosses, and then you have to like promote them, and which I'm also going to get into because that was really important. But yeah, it's like it was just really time consuming, and at one point it got discouraging because I wasn't getting a lot of traction. Like I had created an Instagram page just for my lip gloss line, and I wasn't really growing. I even created a Facebook page as well. That didn't really go anywhere. And I started like watching videos on how to like, build followers, like how to get people to want to buy your products and how to promote your brand. And everyone kept saying, you have to post like 3-4 times a day. And I'm like, okay, cool. But I mean, I can only post the same products so many times. Like how many pictures, of a clear lip gloss am I going to post? Like, it's like I was running out of like things to post, and I didn't want to keep making more and more lip glosses if people aren't buying it, because that's just a waste of product. And those lip glosses were being made from scratch. They're being made with ingredients that, expire, and like, which is something else I didn't know, that you actually have to add preservatives in order to preserve the lip gloss. Like the shelf life is very minimal. So if you make a lip gloss, you have to use it within like, I would say maximum a year. After that, you have to throw it out. I literally threw out all of the lip glosses that I made because they were expired. Like they started to smell funny, and since no one was buying it, I just threw it all out. So yeah, so I just decided after, just reflecting, that I was like, yeah, I think I should sort of put this on the back burner for now and maybe focus first on building an audience on social media, like really building a presence, building followers, people who trust me and who are influenced by me. And then I can invest in trying to start a business and, just fully like going in full force, like, branding, just everything. Like you got to do photo shoots, hire, models to wear your products, have like someone that, to manage your business account and be posting consistently, having like people in the cosmetic industry use your products and advertise it. Like it's a lot that goes into it. And I think that, people who are making videos encouraging people to do it, I get, they have good intentions, but they have to be realistic. Like I would see videos of girls saying, yeah, I made $10,000 in 1 month selling lip glosses. And it's like, okay, maybe you did, but that's just not realistic for most people. Like if you are just a regular person, most of your customers are going to be people that right? Like your friends, family, right? Like most strangers are not going to go and find your little account with 100 followers and go to your website and purchase, your lip gloss and, pay money for shipping. Like people are not really going to do that unless, like I said before, you already have like a huge following and people sort of trust you and what you're what you're promoting. So yeah, so definitely, you know, taking your time, researching, building a presence on social media, and just, you know, being consistent. You know, like with anything, consistency is key. So even though you may not be people might not be buying your stuff right away, like over time, if they see that you're consistent and that what you're presenting to them is of quality, right? Because the first thing that people see is sort of the presentation of what it is that you're selling them, right? It has to be aesthetically pleasing, right? So that's also really important, like making sure like the product itself is of quality, the pictures are, you know, are quality, whatever social media or website you're promoting your products on have to be of quality as well. So yeah, all of that are things that I definitely am going to take into consideration moving forward. I do plan on starting, well, I guess revamping my business in the future. Not anytime soon, but I do want to eventually, because I've always wanted to have my own makeup line. And I'm not just going to have lip glosses, I'm going to have other cosmetic products as well. But when I do decide to sort of revamp, I'm going to like fully, you know, invest in it, and like it's going to be 10 times better than what it was before. So yeah, that was my story time. You know, I guess story time / like advice, I guess, for anyone who's considering like starting their own, I guess, business or, you know, cosmetic line. But yeah, learn from my mistake, do your research, build your social media presence first, and make sure you have the time and the money to invest. Okay. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.